Comments and take questions.
Good to be back out here Saturday morning, and had a good kind of Wednesday practice for us. So they'll be off the rest of the day today and tomorrow to rest and recover, and then we'll get back at it on Monday. And we've transitioned into game prep mode. We still do a significant amount of crossover, meaning Cal on Cal, but a lot of the game plan things are being put in place. And so I know they're excited about that. A little something new and different. I know they're excited to play, but we still need this week to get ready and prepare.
Mr. Reuter said that there is a little bit of crossover in the way each of the sides do things compared to North Carolina. How much is there?
Well, we haven't. For this year's team, we don't really know. I mean, we have last year's tape to go off of, and obviously they'll be who they are, but they'll tailor towards their strengths. They do an excellent job offensively and defensively, so we have ideas of what they have shown, but again, the first game you never really know.
Devontae said that when it got to kickoff time in Carolina that you reminded him today in practice. How much do these earlier practices on Saturday help kind of start that body clock?
Yeah, I think it's great. I mean, just the question at the end of practices was, you know what time we started this morning, and they understood. They understand why, and so I said, "Do you feel good?" So, yeah. So it's just, that won't be an issue for us. We'll have plenty of time to get acclimated once we get back there. So yeah.
You had gone early-ish in previous scrimmages, and then you guys had started kind of sluggishly. Did you see an improvement in the amount of energy at the outset today?
I thought we had real good energy when we came out here today, yeah. They had really, really good practice yesterday and followed it up today. It wasn't perfect. We had some mental things we have to clean up, but I think their energy was there.
What does a guy like Cameron Good bring to the table for you?
Yeah, Cameron's had a really strong camp. He's very, very athletic. He's a really good space tackler, good blitzer. So we're excited about where Cameron's going. I mean, he's got a ton to learn still, but he's a talented athlete. So
the inside guys were talking about a linebacker sheet that they have in the room that kind of makes them compete with each other.
Yeah.
What do you see them getting out of that?
I think it's just any way to make it competitive. All the guys out here are competitive by nature. That's why you play the game. And so when you, whether it's you versus the other guy in the room or the opponent or the offense, in practice, it's just another way to compete.
What do you remember about the beginning of you guys recruiting Brandon McElwain? When he decided he was going to transfer, and he said you guys were one of the first that he contacted.
Yeah, he had a history obviously with Cal, and had lived out here previously, so there was kind of that natural, awareness of Cal for him, and obviously we did our research on him as a player and as a person, and then things went from there.
What struck you the most about him when you guys first started talking?
He's a very got great self-awareness. I think he just carries himself really well. You talk to him on the phone, and you just the way he communicates and kind of the questions we were asking him, the feedback we were getting, and everything checked out. And then you watch the tape and you see the athletic skills and the ability to throw the ball, and so it worked out well.
Was there a certain answer he gave that went, "Oh, that's"?
Not necessarily. Okay. No, I think just kind of his wherewithal was pretty impressive.
You were talking a couple days ago about Raymond and Devontae being different kinds of players, and I jumped straight to the personality, and I didn't ask about what they can do on the field. What do you see as things that they can really do on the field and succeed?
Yeah, well, Ray, again, they're just a different guy. Ray is kind of your more classic inside linebacker. He runs well. He's kind of real solid in a lot of areas. And Devontae, he's a quick twitch guy. He's a good blitzer. He can run vertical down the field in the pass game if you need him to. And obviously his high school background as a running back, you kind of see some of that in the way he moves around. And both got good size, so just a little bit different in terms of their style of play.
They're both really excited about the 3-4 front. Do you feel that in them, that they like the new opportunities that might be there for them?
I think so. I think a lot of the guys, again, just the whole time it's been, they've been very eager to learn, and it's something different for them. I think they see kind of what it allows us to do and how it can make it tough on the offenses at times. So they, like a lot of the guys, just eager and both very smart. I mean, really, really smart and identify things well, and pre-snap, which is a really big part of our defense, is being able to identify and communicate pre-snap.
Are you guys going to go a little earlier over the course of the next week? to try to sort of ramp up a little bit for that early start in North
No,
Carolina?
we'll practice our normal times next week, and then we'll take off on Thursday, and we have a plan in place, kind of starting on Wednesday in terms of that. But I mean, we came out today and practiced in the morning, and it wasn't an issue. So I know we want to make this a bigger deal, but it's not.
There, around the nation, there are coaches who haven't even released their rosters yet, let alone depth charts. How do you guys handle that going into week one?
Yeah, so we'll release one next week at some point. We've had a good amount of practice to work off of in terms of setting that depth chart. There's going to be some oars in there, to be honest with you. So
At the quarterback position?
Guys have, and a lot of guys have really earned their way to get reps. And so I know the depth chart is a hot topic, and but there's sometimes a guy is a 2 on the depth chart and he ends up playing more plays in a game. You look at nickel defense, for example. If we don't list a starting nickel, does that mean that guy's not a starter? No, not necessarily. So we will release one, and we'll some point next week, and we feel good about kind of where everybody's at, and we have a good idea of where the team is right now. But there's also going to be guys that continue to just get better throughout fall, and you need that. I mean, if we stop growing right now, we'd be in trouble. So we got to continue to improve everywhere.
Are there guys that are currently on scout team that would play their way into it, you think?
Potentially, yeah, potentially. You see that. I've seen that many, many times, where a guy starts off on scouts for whatever reason, and then works his way up, whether it was maybe somebody gets dinged up or maybe he just starts making a ton of plays, and that happens. Yeah.
Thanks.
All right.